Good afternoon and welcome. This is Johnny from Spacehog and you're watching Nickel City Scene.
I've done my time in the jail of your mind. I dug all I could for the good of your kind. Oh, they say it's better to be twisted like the blue, chopped down like an old tree.
Could you tell me a little bit about the recording of Resident Alien?
Well, things sort of rolled pretty fast for us. We started playing just for a laugh, really. Soon got some record company interest, and before we knew it, we had a deal and some money to go in the studio. And we took a drive up to Bearsville, which is where we did it, and liked it. And we did it in this little barn, which used to be a rehearsal studio for the Stones and the band and Bob Dylan, so all these spooky rock and roll spectres wandering about. And it was just like a month in a barn, playing the songs, getting it together, working out each other and how we were going to work together, because it was all pretty new, We'd known each other as long as the band had existed, it all came together pretty quick.
You've been compared to David Bowie's earlier work. Are you a fan of David Bowie?
I am, and Royston is, and Anthony. I think we all are, I mean, we do like the classics. It's hard not to, really, isn't it? The Beatles and Bowie and the Stones, and they're classic groups, and I think that, they're an essential part of anyone's library, really. A great point of reference. And Elvis, My drumming has a lot to do with Elvis.
In the end, we shall achieve in time the thing they call divine. When all the stars will smile for me. When all is well and will is all for all and forever after. But maybe in the meantime, wait and see.
Tell me how you all met in New York City.
Well, I met Anthony first of all in an espresso bar where I was working, and I was actually killing rats in the basement. They were nesting in boxes of prescribed drugs from the pharmacy next door. So there I was with a shovel, trying to bat these dogs, these rats even, on Mogadon and Trimazepam and all these kind of fancy downers. Still only got 2, but I met Anthony upstairs, and we sort of formed a friendship, and his brother came over, and we just jammed some songs loosely and put a few gigs together with another guitar player who left. And when he left, I called my friend Rich, who's also from Leeds, and he came over and completed the lineup. And pretty soon after that, we had a deal.
Great. How did you get together with Seymour Stein?
Well, me and Seymour, we met in a club, and had a bit of a dance and a tickle. And I said, come on, give us a deal. And there's all these lawyers preparing these 200-page contracts. And in the end, Seymour got this napkin out and said, we agree to anything that you want. And then there was a space for Seymour to sign and a space for us to sign. And we did it on that, really, in the end. Because it was all a bit silly, really, after a while. Because, at the end of the day, contracts, they've become a necessary part of the industry, but they're all kind of breakable. If you don't want to be managed by a certain person and they don't want to be managed by you, then you can get out of it, And with record deals, if they don't want to do another record with you, if you've not sold any records, then they won't. It doesn't matter how many you're supposed to do in your contract. They'll wriggle out of it somehow. And so will we.
What about a new CD? Are you working on one?
We're trying to. We keep getting us out, doing little shows here and there, and it keeps breaking up the work in progress, but we're quite early in. We've just started generating some new material, and we've been out for a year now, so we're all gagging to get back in and make some new music,
That's where I'm going. No, I've no